Hello and welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us this evening. We have a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your cameras and microphones are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the great information being presented over the next 45 minutes or so. This is just one of many different sessions happening. Be sure to check out the full schedule, strivescan.com/Virginia. And this presentation will be recorded. It'll be available within about a week, again, at the same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. One more note about questions as I share the schedule of presentations tonight with you. The screen I'm sharing in the middle, you can see the cursor moving. We're in session B3, so that is the order of the schools presenting here in a minute. But the quick reminder I have about the Q&A is if you have a question that is specific to one school, please name the school in your question. That's all the housekeeping stuff, so I will step out of the way and turn it over to our first presentation from the representative for Shenandoah University.
All right. Thank you so much and good afternoon, everybody. I'm so happy that you're joining us here today. My name is Joshua White, and I am a senior admissions counselor here at Shenandoah University. Shenandoah University is a small comprehensive university in Winchester, Virginia. So when you're thinking Winchester, Virginia, we are in Northern Virginia, about 70 miles from Washington, D.C. When you think small, here at Shenandoah, we have a total population of 4,000 students, and that includes graduate students. All right, and we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So if you're looking for that small school environment, if you're looking for that personal, intimate relationship within all of your professors, you will find that here at Shenandoah University. All right, we here at Shenandoah, we welcome all students from all different backgrounds. We have over 55 different countries that attend Shenandoah University. So all these different students that come from, Saudi Arabia, Africa, Asia, literally all over the world bring a unique, diverse, a unique gender, a unique religion across the border. And we want students to know that once you step foot on campus, you are accepted as who you are. We have a diverse academics as well. We have over 90 academic majors from our College of Arts and Science, which consists of, your biology, your chemistry, your exercise science, also our Shenandoah Conservatory, when you're thinking of music, theater, and dance. Also our School of Business, which is AACSB accredited. So when you're thinking the sports management, the marketing, the finance, also our direct admit School of Nursing, with it also with our graduate health professions program. So when you're thinking athletic training, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and also our School of Pharmacy at Shenandoah. 1/4 of our students are pursuing music, theater, and dance as one of our most popular programs here at Shenandoah. So if you're looking to continue that conservatory background, we do have that within our conservatory. But the other population most consists of our student athletes. Here at Shenandoah, we have 22 NCAA Division III teams. So if you're looking to continue your collegiate career, whether it's football, volleyball, wrestling, whatever it may be. I was a student athlete at Shenandoah University. It was a great opportunity to become a student athlete at Shenandoah. We encourage students to explore different cultures. All right, we have many different study abroad opportunities. I think every single school here has study abroad. So if you want to do study abroad, we do have that here at Shenandoah, but we also have simple travel trips as well. We've sent students from our business program to the Winter Olympic Games, and they got a chance to work the Winter Olympics. Some of our students go across the Amazon River and perform clinicals. All right, a lot of our students really go outside of the country and do a lot of great things within their major. We also have a great program called our I Am Learning program, which means every student that comes to Shenandoah receives a MacBook Pro, an iPad, and an Apple Pencil once they step foot here at Shenandoah. I'm going to play a quick 1-minute video, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more for you. right. So the admissions process at Shenandoah, we work on rolling admissions. So if you're interested in applying to Shenandoah University, you can apply today. The only required materials we'll need is just your transcript and your application. There are applications just on our school website. We are not on the Common App. So if you would like to apply today, you can just go to our school website. And listen, again, the only required materials is just the application and the transcript. We are completely test optional. And when we mean by test optional, we mean completely test unnecessary. So your test scores weigh no factor into your acceptance, also with your merit-based scholarship either. Letters of recommendations and essays are both optional as well. You may, if you're interested in any of our conservatory programs, you may have to audition or you may need to have a portfolio, but all of the other requirements are on our website. So if you want to, you can just visit our website for more additional information. Again, if you guys want to receive information from Shenandoah University, you can use your cell phone and just go to the camera and go to the Scan Me, and it will send you to a link where you can fill out information to receive information from Shenandoah University. But if you guys have any additional questions, all of our contact information will be on our school website. And I hopefully hope to see you guys on campus because we are having in-person visits as well. Again, if you guys have any questions, just go to our website and more information will be there. I hope you guys have a great time listening to all these other schools. And again, thank you guys for listening and learning about Shenandoah University.
Thank you very much. And I will remind everyone that if you have questions for any of our presenters, please use the Q&A button to ask them. And if it is for one specific school, make sure to note that in your question. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Richard Bland College.
Alrighty, guys, thank you very much. My name is Kyle Dobry. I am the lead admissions counselor for Richard Bland College of the College of William & Mary. We are Virginia's only two-year residential institution, and we are located just outside of Petersburg, Virginia, about 30 minutes south of Richmond and about 2 hours from the beach, about an hour and a half from the mountains. Great location there, right there, very accessible to all sorts of different things. If you take away nothing else from this presentation, there's really three big things about RBC I want you to sort of hone in on, and that's one, our exceptional student experience, our access, and our affordability. And we'll sort of dive into all of those as we get into the nuts and bolts of what is RBC. Like I mentioned before, we are the only two-year residential institution in the state. So we're going to operate a little bit like the community college system, but then a little bit like all these other 4 years that you're going to be hearing about. Give you an idea of this your fellow students. If you do decide to come to RBC that would be on campus with you, we are in a majority minority population on campus, with 60% of our students as of this year identifying as a minority. We are also 60% female as of this year. So just like most of these other schools you're going to be hearing about, majority females on campus as well. Class size, we keep it nice and small. Average class size is around 18 and a half students per class. And the majority of our classes have less than 20 students in them. You'll see that 2,400 number for our student population, and that includes our dual enrollment and adult learners. As far as first year freshmen on campus and transfer students, traditional college students, we have about 1,000 on campus. So really, really small, allows us to keep that hands-on RBC feel and really help you develop your voice as you take those next steps in your education. We offer associate's degrees, so a little bit different than a lot of these bachelor's degrees or four-year degrees that you've been hearing about. Our associate's degrees usually take students 2 years, sometimes a little less if they're bringing in AP or DE credits, but those degrees are 60 credits worth of work as compared to the 120 in the bachelor's degrees. Those are going to knock out your general educations, your 100 and 200 level lab science, social science, math, and English that you're going to have to take no matter where you go and what you study if you do pursue those four-year degrees. We then partner those associate's degrees with guaranteed transfer agreements to send our students all throughout the state of Virginia, not just to our mother school, William & Mary, but we have guaranteed transfer agreements with every public institution in the state and most privates. The way that those work, depending on your GPA and the classes that you took at RBC after you graduate with your associate's degree, we can guarantee you junior status at any of these institutions that we have these transfer agreements with. Not only can we guarantee you junior status, but we also have a number of program-to-program agreements. If you know that there's something you're interested in studying, we can make sure that you're knocking out the prerequisites so you can dive right into your junior and senior level classes once you transfer within your specific field of study. The backbone behind all of that is our learner mentor team. From day one, you're going to sit down with this learner mentor, or I'll refer to them as LMs, and you're going to talk about what you're interested in studying, where you're potentially interested in transferring to, and from there, they're going to help you build out a schedule that's going to apply towards all of those career and transfer goals. Not only that, they monitor you during your time at RBC. Our professors submit grades and attendance weekly, so if they notice you're falling behind in anything, they're going to preemptively help provide you with the resources necessary so you can help reach those goals. Say you're struggling in math, they might get you a tutor. Struggling with time management, they're going to hook you up with our counseling center. So that really are your right hand on campus and really help you make that transition from high school to college. Our campus, 750 acres, and we'll dive into this a little bit. Our buildings, our academic buildings, are buildings 4, 6, and 7. So really no need to run around to class. It's all right there and at your fingertips. 80% of our professors are full-time faculty at RBC and have terminal degrees in their field, the highest degree possible. And they're going to be also very accessible to you in those buildings as well. Buildings 1 and 2 are our dormitories. And just to give you some reference, my office is building 11. It only takes me about 15 minutes or so to walk all the way across campus. Going to dive into our dormitories a little bit. The community college system here in Virginia has a lot of these same transfer agreements that I was talking about, but what really separates us, number one, is our connection to William and Mary, but then number two is the ability for our students to live on campus right away. Our students live in suite style housing from day one. This is available for all of our students, freshmen and sophomores. It's equipped with a living room, kitchen, laundry room, 4 bedrooms. So you really avoid that traditional dorm style living. See if I get you a nice view of the entryway here. Here we go. So as you enter, you can see you've got your kitchen there on your left, your living room on the center, and then you'll have 4 bedroom space throughout. So we're going here right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4. Laundry room right there as well as bathrooms too there on either end. Right now, our dormitories that entire suite is shared by 4 people. During a normal year, it can be shared by 4, 6, or 8. Everything that you'd find at your typical small school, you're also going to find at RBC, and that includes athletics. We compete on the NJCAA Division I level in Region 10, traveling all throughout the region competing against other like-sized schools. We have dozens of leadership opportunities, clubs, organizations, everything else that you're going to find. What I will stress are those leadership opportunities. Because we don't have any juniors or seniors on campus, we really rely on our freshmen and sophomores to take those leadership positions and make sure that their interests are reflected on campus. And those leadership positions look really great on your resume once you transfer to your 4-year and then are even applying for jobs afterwards. Go over tuition and fees. Our sticker price for the year, including room and board, 15 credits, whole kit and caboodle, you're looking around $18,000 for the year for our in-state students, which is around $5,000 less than your 4-year public average throughout the state. 77% of our students do not pay that sticker price. They receive some sort of financial assistance, meaning only 23% of our students on campus do pay that sticker price. A couple different scholarships that our students access. You can view more of these on our websites under our financial aid tab. Our Statesman Scholar, we start evaluating that at the 3.0 GPA level, but then also look at your estimated family contribution based off of FAFSA. That'll cover anywhere from 20 to 80% of your out-of-pocket cost to RBC. And then we also have another big one, new one, I just want to plug real quick, is our Promise Scholars. That's for Pell-eligible Virginia residents who are interested in transferring to William and Mary. I know that's a lot of caveats, but if you do qualify for that, it's a big one. We're going to cover 80% of your out-of-pocket costs at RBC. And then once you transfer to William and Mary, we're going to cover 100% of those out-of-pocket costs, which is pretty cool. Just like Shenandoah, we only require the application and the high school transcript to come in. We are preferred 2.5 GPA, drop dead 2.0 that we can work with. The optional things that you'll see right there help us give context to your transcript for your students that are between that 2.0 and 2.5 range. I really encourage you to look into those. Please go ahead and give us a follow on all of our social medias to stay up to date with everything. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out in the chat box.
Kyle, thank you very much. And I will reiterate using the Q&A box for any questions that you have for any of our presenters tonight. Next up, we will hear from the representative from the University of Florida.
Good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Jessica Roth. I am Assistant Director for Scholarships and Regional Recruitment with the University of Florida. Go Gators. We are excited to be rising in the rankings. So that is one of the big things that we like to talk about is, yes, we are a top 6 ranked public university by US News and World Report. But what that really does for you and the education that you are seeking is makes it go further, opens more doors, kind of that prestige factor. At UF, you are going to get a world-class education at an affordable price, even for out-of-stater Gators. Now, we are a big school, so we are a flagship in the state. UF is Florida's oldest and most prestigious university. We do have around 55,000 students that call UF home, 38,000 of those being undergraduates, the remaining being our graduate or professional students who are all on our campus. But with that, we still offer a 17-to-1 average student to faculty ratio. That is because we are in the middle of actually doing some hiring. We did one round, we're hiring some more. Big school means big opportunities. So we offer over 120 undergraduate majors, more than 200 undergraduate majors, more than 200 graduate majors, and our 5 professional schools. So if you want to keep going to med school, law school, pharmacy, dentistry, veterinary, you want your PT, OT, MBA, PhD, all of that is available in our university, making us a very comprehensive educational destination. And while you may indicate a major on your application as a freshman, you are not being direct admitted. You are applying generally to the university and you're not held to that intended major. It provides you flexibility. Around 65% of our students end up changing their major. We're also an affordable option. So around 85% of undergrads receive some sort of financial aid, and more than half of our undergraduate students graduate debt-free, meaning that the aid was not in the form of loans. We're also ranked a number 2 best value by Kiplinger. Now, UF students are successful. 2 of the other numbers that we like to kind of tout, kind of book into your experience with us. 97% of our freshman class returns for their second year. That freshman retention rate means that our students love being a Gator from day one, and they're supported inside and outside the classroom. And then we have an 88% 6-year graduation rate. So our students don't struggle to get to that walk across the stage. They receive the support that they need to succeed in their classes and reach that goal. Now, we are located in Gainesville, Florida, which is north central Florida. We're about an hour and a half south of Jacksonville, about 2 hours north of Orlando or Disney. I like to say that we are close enough for you to get your toes in the sand at the beach by the afternoon, but you're not going to be distracted while you're walking to class. So we have the quintessential small college town surrounding us. The picture that you see is our downtown area. So there's a vibrant city kind of surrounding you. You have the amenities of a big city as well as the campus community, but then you also have steps outside of Gainesville, those outdoor activities like kayaking, hiking, tubing, all of those activities. Now, our campus is vibrant. Those 55,000 students don't stay in their residence halls or their apartments. We have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. So you can find your niche. Everything from Gator ice hockey, so we do still have some cold weather stuff, sailing, rock climbing, humans versus zombies. There's a roller coaster design club. There's an introverts club, and our award-winning rock, paper, scissors team. If you want to try your hand at Quidditch, we have a team for that too. And even though you might not be recruited D1 for our athletic teams, football, baseball, basketball, volleyball, gymnastics, we do still have our intramural and club level sports. Sorry, got distracted. My apologies. But I will move on to the kind of admissions piece. We did receive an update actually today. Our priority application deadline for your application has been moved to November 16th. Traditionally, it was November 1st. We just updated that. During COVID, we wanted to give students enough time to work on those applications. However, we do still need the application, your SSAR, and a test score. We are not test optional. As part of the State University System of Florida, we do require a test score for admissions consideration. Now, the application itself being due by November 16th, either the Common App or the Coalition application, your preference, but that is where we will get the story of you. We are committed to our holistic review. So we want to know about your activities, your honors, your awards, kind of everything that makes you, you. You get the chance to give us kind of that rock star story from you. It does also include the essay as well as the embedded application for the honors program. So that being due by November 16th, you then have until December 1st to complete the student's self-reported academic record. That's a third-party system where you're going to input your coursework and the grades you got. That's where we're going to recalculate and reweight your GPA, look at your academics, kind of in the context of your school. And then you have until December 15th to request an official test score directly from SAT or ACT. It is a request by date, so the December 5th SAT and the December 12th ACT can both be included in that. Meeting these deadlines, you will then receive your admissions decision on Friday, February 26, 2021. If you miss these deadlines, you get shifted into our space available review for a decision at the end of March. So with that being said, if you have any additional questions, please reach out to our office. We'll be happy to answer anything regarding the process, especially if there's any new updates. Thank you so much, and go Gators.
Thank you very much. And again, of course, reaching out to any of our reps or schools is a good idea. If you have immediate questions, use the Q&A button on your screen to ask a question of any of our representatives. And if it's for a specific one, make sure to note their name or their school in your question. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from the University of Alabama.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Dugas, and I am the University of Alabama's regional recruiter for Virginia. This is a quick overhead shot of our campus. It is beautiful. It is always that green. This is only the center of campus. It's really much larger than this, but you can get a quick view of what it looks like. We are located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It is roughly the same size as Charlottesville, Virginia. As you can see, we have a vibrant downtown, art scene, places to go out, great restaurants, places for your family to stay when they come to visit you. There's also a river kind of over under the top of the T on the left side. You can't really see it, but it's where there are no lights. And that serves as the north border of our campus. And also we have a very nice riverwalk area and a riverfront amphitheater as well. We also have a federal courthouse, and the campus is just off the top of your screen there. And we're about an hour from Birmingham, which is roughly the same size as Richmond. And you can drive. All students are allowed to have cars on campus, even freshmen. There's a train station in downtown Tuscaloosa, and the nearest commercial airport is Birmingham, but there are shuttles that will take you there. We are a big school. We have over 32,000 undergraduates, the majority of whom are from outside the state of Alabama. We do have all 50 states represented on our campus, and you can see that Virginia is our number 9 state that we get students from. Our average student profile, about a 3.8 GPA. We will take the weighted GPA straight off of your transcript. And then this year, the average test scores were a 1270 SAT and a 27 ACT. Those are not super scored. We are test optional for next year, and I'll go into more detail about that. But if you do have test scores, those are kind of what our average would be. And we always rank in the top 5 nationally for national merit enrollment. This slide has our list of majors. You can see that it's rather extensive. We don't have quite everything, but we do have most things. All of our majors are direct admit. There are no special admission requirements for any major, so it's no harder to get into, say, nursing or engineering than anything else, although the performing arts do all require auditions. All of the majors are strong. We are a Carnegie R1 Research University, so there's undergraduate research opportunities in all of them. You can double, a few even triple, but that's pretty rare. And you can also design your own major through what we call New College, although it is not new, it is older than I am. We also have an honors college, which recently announced their test optional pathway as well. So typically it is required a 3.5 high school GPA and a 1360 or a 30 to be admitted. But this year there's a test optional path if you have a 3.7 high school GPA. And there's always been an additional path, test optional after 1 semester at UA. So just get a 3.5 in that 1 semester and you're admissible to honors after that. There are 9 special programs within the Honors College, some focused on leadership, some on research, some on getting an MBA in 5 years, one on the liberal arts, kind of a small college within our large college, one on pre-med, and another on getting your master's in 5 years in whatever your field is. As you can imagine, with our school of our size, campus life is pretty vibrant. So we have between 600 and 700 student organizations of all types. We do have the #1 Greek system in the entire nation, but it's not a majority of our students. So it's merely one way to get involved, but they do have mansions. So it's kind of nice to get to live in a mansion when you're, 19. We have a strong commitment to community service. So our students log over 1 million hours of community service each year. We have stellar food. Food trucks and smoothies are included in your meal plan. We have the largest Starbucks on any college campus in the country, and we rank #2 in the nation for internship placement per the Princeton Review. So good opportunities for hands-on experience on and off campus. This is just a quick overview of our residence halls. I won't dwell on this too much, but we do guarantee housing for freshmen, and most of our freshmen do live in what we call suite style housing, which is 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, a kitchen, and a living room in each one. So you get your own bedroom. Even as a freshman, you share your bathroom with one other person and the kitchen and the living room with 3 other people. And of course, they're all air conditioned because, Alabama. We do have Division I athletics. We normally house 101,000 in our stadium, but we're playing to about 21,000 fans right now. We got some really good compliments on our social distancing in last weekend's game. We're currently ranked #2 in football, but we're usually ranked in most of our sports most of the time, though of course certainly not all of our sports all of the time. But we do have 21 Division I teams and over 60 club and intramural sports, and we're very much known for our school spirit, and we do say Roll Tide all the time. It's a noun, a verb, an adjective, and everything else. As for the admissions process, we only have rolling admission. So you always have until May to decide, but you can actually find out faster than an early action or early decision school. We are test optional for 2021. I don't know yet about 2022 and forward. I think we will keep it, but I don't have a definite answer on that yet. So at least as of this year, we only need our own application, $40 app fee or a fee waiver, and your transcript. No SAT or ACT scores required, and no essays, letters of rec, or extracurriculars are ever required for admission. Next year, we'll also accept the Common App, and the priority deadline for admission is December 15th, and then for scholarships is January. This is our merit scholarships chart. This is only final for the class of 2021. If you're not 2021, check back next summer. There may be some tweaks, but these are automatic. If you have the numbers, you automatically get the scholarship. So it's a weighted GPA, not a super scored test score, so just the highest from a single sitting. And if your test score does go up, you can move up the chart, but they don't stack. This is what I'm the most excited about. This is our new competitive scholarship chart. So this shows that we are test optional for scholarships as well, not just admission. And so for this, it's your core GPA, which is math, science, English, social studies, and world languages. So not straight off the transcript. And then you do the scholarship application, which you can do after you're admitted. That's where you put your extracurriculars, leadership, service, awards, honors, achievements, anything you've overcome, if you've had any employment. Basically the stuff you've done outside the classroom in high school goes in the scholarship application. They will rank the best scholarship applications and award scholarships based on that, along with the core GPA. You'll notice the highest amount is the same as it is for our merit scholarship. So we are truly test optional for scholarships. Finally, this is my contact information. The top link is if you'd like a brochure mailed to you. The middle one is if you want to see a PDF of it or reach out to me with any questions. Thanks, have a great night, and Roll Tide.
Thank you very much. And I will remind everyone about using the Q&A box for questions for any of our presenters. Just make sure to name the school if it is a question for a specific representative. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from Nova Southeastern University.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nova Southeastern University. My name is Julia Severance, and I am a admissions counselor here at Nova Southeastern University. And we are a private selective research here in sunny South Florida, and we're going to get a little more in depth to what we offer for students in particular. So like I had mentioned a little earlier, we are located in sunny South Florida. We are about 15 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale Beach, 3 hours away from Disney World, and 1 hour from the Keys. We have a lot to offer here down south. We have an average temperature of 77. So you get to wear your flip-flops year around here and don't have to worry about the snow. We are really engaged in our community service here, and we do that a lot on the beaches and cleaning them up and doing our part. Just to talk a little bit about the basics here at NSU, we We originally started out as a PhD program, moved into a master's program, and now we are here for undergraduate students as well. So our current class of undergraduate students is 5,600, but we have about 20,000 students here on campus that also are gaining their education just at a different status level. So you will see students walking around in their scrubs and their white coats, and that's always exciting too, especially if that's something you want to become in the future. We are really highly ranked, not only on Forbes, but US News. And we have a lot to offer for our students, not only because our class size is really small, but because we have a dedicated career coach for all 4 years for our students. And we call that your Edge Advisor, and we'll get a little more in depth. We do have an average class size of 17, not only because we want mentorships for our students, but because we want our students to actually feel like students and not just a number. And diversity is one of our core values. So we have representatives from every state here in the country and also 100 other countries that are also on our campus. Like I said earlier, we are very research oriented. We have over 225 research projects, and we continue to grow that number yearly. We do have quite a few areas of studies for our undergraduates, over 50, that range anywhere from the liberal arts to the STEM majors. Just to name a few, we have marine biology, arts and science, and then there's also some business and education ones. So here at NSU, we like to say we have an ocean of opportunities, and we force kind of our opportunities for our students through these Excel units that students must earn as their undergraduate. And we require 6 of those, but once you get on campus and get a feel for it, you will have way more than 6 by the time you graduate. Most of our students do. And you can get those Excel units either through internships that we offer, study abroad programs or travel study, career development, and research opportunities. So there's a lot of different ways for students to gain those credits. Our study abroad, we pretty much consist of anywhere up to a week all the way to a semester, and we go anywhere other than Antarctica. We also have that dedicated career coach that's not only going to help you pick your classes, but help you have career choices in the future. We have an honors college that's 1 in 200 in the country, and we also have a residential program that combines academics and extracurricular for our students that has some really great scholarships tied to them. We have our dual admission, which is one of our most popular, for over 30 different programs, anywhere from doctor, dentistry, and pre-law as well. And we are test optional for those dual admissions, so students can easily reserve a seat in one of our professional or graduate level classes while coming in to just get their bachelor's degree started. So these are really great for students who know exactly what they want to do and do a fast track way to that. We have our Fischler Academy, which is a K through 12 program. It's an accelerated 3+1 bachelor's and master's program. If you are interested in becoming a teacher, I highly recommend this program. Not only are you going to get started on your career quicker, but there's a guaranteed job placement in a South Florida school district after your completion of the program. We offer the same kind of thing for any of our business and entrepreneur students. Not only are you going to have to do that 3+1, there's an internship that is required with this program. But if you've ever seen Shark Tank, we kind of have something like that at the end of your career here at Nova, and you can actually get up to $20,000 in funding for your startup, which is really amazing if you have a great business plan. There's so much to do here at NSU, not only outside of campus, but inside of campus. We have 17 double NCAA Division II teams. We also have 120 different clubs. And the best part of it is we get free tickets to the Miami Dolphins home game. And we have a shuttle bus for our students going to and from the games when we are not in COVID season. Again, our participate rate here is 99% because, again, there's so much to offer and so much to do here. So really easy to get involved. Just really quickly, we have 3 different options. We have our early decision, our early action, and our regular decision. If you want a admission status by the time holidays hit, I highly recommend applying early action through our website, but we also are on the Calman application, and we only require transcripts and a letter of recommendation. We want you to fill out that optional essay because we look at students holistically, and we have a lot to offer our students as well. Again, if you once you get that completed, we highly recommend the FAFSA, filling that out. And once you're done with that, applying to some of those premier programs that we talked about earlier. So again, my name is Julia Severance. I am a representative for Nova Southeastern University. This is my book me here, so if you want to speak with me one-on-one about some of the things that we discussed, please feel free to scan that and go ahead and type in something so that we can discuss, and also please feel free to say hi and give a shout. Thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Julia, thank you very much. And I want to remind everyone, again, use the Q&A to ask questions of any of our presenters this evening, and make sure you name the specific school in your question if it is for one particular school. Up next, we'll hear from the representative from SUNY Cortland.
Hey, good evening, you guys. My name is Shannon Wang. I'm a regional recruiter for SUNY Cortland. I'm excited to be talking with you tonight. Let me just start this presentation and my timer here. Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar with SUNY, it stands for State University of New York, and SUNY is the largest comprehensive public university system that the nation has. Again, here is my name and information. I'm Shannon Wang. I've worked for SUNY Cortland for about 10 years collectively. I work with every student in the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast. All of that contact information goes directly to me, so if you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. Cortland is in upstate central New York area. We're about 30 minutes south of Syracuse, where you have Syracuse University, and then about 40 minutes north of SUNY Binghamton. We are about 30 minutes from the airport. In Syracuse, you're going to have Destiny USA, where you can do some shopping. There's a train station up there, the international airport, like I had said. And then we're also very close to Ithaca, so about 20 minutes. Ithaca is about 20 minutes west of us. So you have Ithaca College, which is our biggest rival for athletics. We are NCAA Division III powerhouse school for athletics, really well known in the Northeast, and most of our teams compete for a national championship just about every year. So if you're interested in athletics, you want to make sure you go to our athletics website and fill out an athlete interest form. Again, because we are so close to Ithaca, we have Cornell University that's there, and a lot of our professors also teach at Cornell. We have students from 34 states and 47 countries. We are about 6 minutes, about 6 hours driving from Fairfax County, about 8 hours driving from Richmond area, and then a quick 45-minute flight from any of your local international airports there, you guys. We have just under 7,000 total students. About 6,400 of those are undergraduate students. We get about 13,000 applications every year for undergrad students and for incoming freshmen. And we have a solid 1,200 that actually start every August that say Cortland is where they want their home to be for the next 4 years. This past year, we did have about 1,400 students declare that. Average class size is going to be about 23 students. You will have lecture classes. You may have anywhere from 1 to 3 the whole time you're a student at SUNY Cortland. And that's going to be those classes that everybody has to take. So maybe an intro to bio, intro to psychology, because we do have 2 years of general education that you'll have to finish. Every class is taught by an actual professor, but we do have teaching assistants. These are the programs that we offer. So we have about 68 majors. We do have the largest education program in the state as far as everything that we offer. So all the ed majors are to the right. Anybody who early childhood ed, you'll also come out certified in inclusive special ed as well. Some popular programs are sport management, business economics. We have a great kinesiology department, which houses the exercise science, speech and language disabilities. We have undergrad and graduate program for that. Again, a lot of different sports type majors, and we have any of the pre-professional programs. So pre-med, pre-vet, pre-dental. As far as admissions is concerned, we are on the Common Application or the SUNY app. Because you guys are not New York State residents, you probably will do the Common Application. It's $50. We have early action and regular decision. Our early action deadline is November 15th, and we will guarantee students a decision by January 1st. If you are a regular decision applicant, then you can apply by December 1st. That's our priority deadline. And then we send decisions out on a rolling basis starting in the middle of January. We are looking for students to have 4 years of English and history, 3 years of math, science, and foreign language. But because you are not New York State residents, it's important to remember that we will take whatever is required for your high school for graduation. We are test optional this year. You do not need to submit an SAT or an ACT score for admission or merit scholarship review. So I just want to reiterate that we are test optional for this application season. So you do not need a test score to apply. We have 17 different residence halls on campus. We've got low rise, high rise, suite style, quad style, apartment style. We guarantee housing your first 2 years. We do not guarantee after that, but it's never been a problem. So if you want to continue to live on campus junior, senior year, you can do that. And as a non-New York State resident, we'll give you an additional $2,000 per year to go ahead and continue living on campus. And all of our residence halls are situated in the middle of campus, right next to one another. This is our brand new Student Life Center. We have about 2,500 people that use this every single day when we're not in a pandemic. We have a separate workout facility for anybody who's a varsity athlete, but this facility is open to students, faculty, and staff. We have a pool, we have a hot tub, we have a rock climbing wall, a golf simulator. We've got a gaming room if you're into gaming. We have an all-you-care-to-eat dining facility in here. We have fuel, which is like a grab and go, kind of like a Starbucks feel. We have all kinds of workout equipment, any kind of class you could ever think of that you wanted to do. And then you're also able to get a nutritionist or a personal trainer as a student at the SUNY Cortland campus. Again, lots of dining facilities. One is in that Student Life Center. The other one is standalone in Newburgh. We also have the college store in there. And then we have 8 other dining facilities on campus that are grab and go. We also have a food truck. And then part of your meal plan, you can actually use that for restaurants in town if you don't want to eat on campus. And then as far as expenses are concerned, any student that's a non-New York State resident, we're going to give you $7,500 automatically off of your tuition every single year. That does not include any merit scholarships or financial aid. So you're going to get that Future New Yorker Award, which is $7,500. And then your total build cost, including that Future New Yorker Award without any financial aid or scholarships, is that $23,911. So that's the total build cost for an entire year to live on campus, eat on campus, fees, and to take classes for the whole year, you guys. Again, here's my information. I thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Shannon Wang. I'm excited to work with you. And if you do have questions, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat or use the information provided. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And I want to thank each of our representatives for presenting. And I'm also going to ask each of our reps to come back on camera and microphone. And I'll do a quick one question as we fill the time here. Also, that'll allow us to catch up if there are any straggling Q&As we need to get to. But and you can answer in the order that you presented. I'll introduce you by school just in case you don't remember the order that you presented. But the question's more just to help our attendees, either live or who are going to be accessing this through the recording that'll be available, to know a little more about your campus. And the question is, describe your favorite campus or school tradition for each of your schools. And we'll start with Shenandoah University.
Yep. So the best school tradition we have every single year is we have what's called Apple Blossom. It's a huge festival we have literally every single year in Northern Virginia, where we actually do things on campus and off of campus. It's kind of like the State Fair of Virginia, but just for Winchester. So it's a great opportunity we have parades, we have carnivals, all those kind of things. So if you look up Apple Blossom on Google, it's a huge thing. We've had many celebrities like Wayne Brady, Howie Long, other ones as well. So if you want to look up Apple Blossom, Shenandoah University, you'll get more information about that.
Sounds awesome. Richard Bland College.
Yeah, as a Winchester native, Apple Blossom's awesome. And we have something very similar down at RBC. We actually have the largest pecan grove in the state of Virginia. And with that, we have our Pecan Fest every year. So I mentioned before, we only have about 1,000 students total on campus, but this event gets pretty big for us. We get about 8 times that incoming to our campus, treat it very much as a homecoming. So it's a very cool thing to see. And just like the Apple Blossom, all sorts of people coming in, and it's very, very fun. So please come visit if you think you want to come see those pecan trees behind me.
Awesome. University of Florida.
Go Gators. And honestly, that's the part that I love. You can be anywhere on campus or in airports across the nation, and somebody will see that Gator logo and you hear the Go Gators. It's the love of the Gator Nation that just kind of surrounds the campus and spreads out from there. So, you know, sitting in the Austin airport or the Austin airport, Portland, I've gotten just from one little logo, just to Go Gators, so that you know that you're supported kind of wherever you go.
Awesome. University of Alabama.
So on football game Saturdays, we start with a pep rally on the steps of the library, which is the big building in the center of the quad. It's led by the band, the mascots, cheerleaders, dance team, and majorettes. Then they lead with the mascot leading first. He is an elephant. He leads, everybody else and all of the fans follow, and it's called the Elephant Stomp. And they lead the team into the stadium for every football game.
Sounds awesome. Nova Southeastern University.
Yeah, every year we have something called Sharkapalooza, and it's basically an entire day dedicated to students just getting hyped and excited about what we have to offer here, not only at Nova, but some of the surrounding opportunities as well, as far as community engagement and community services here in the South Florida district. And so we definitely love to show our pride then and get the ball rolling.
Fantastic. SUNY Cortland.
So we have what we call the Cortica Jug, and it's Cortland versus Ithaca every year. It's a football game. ESPN refers to it as the biggest little game in the nation. And because we used to have a partnership with the New York Jets, we actually got to host the Cortica Jug at MetLife Stadium last fall, and we had over 45,000 people in attendance for a Division III football game.
Wow, it's a lot. Well, I want to thank all of you for not just sharing your favorite campus tradition and school tradition, but also for presenting this evening as part of this session. And I want to thank all of our attendees for joining us tonight. When you close this window, there'll be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. Also, this is just one of many sessions being hosted. Be sure to sign up for additional ones at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings. Again, same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. Once again, thank you to each of our representatives for presenting this evening, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday.